A young Alliance woman is killed by a drunk driver on Highway 2. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a Kansas man has been charged for his role in a fatal DUI crash that claimed the life of a 22-year-old Alliance woman. The Nebraska State Patrol says Ryan McElroy of Salina, Kansas, struck a Ford Escape driven by 22-year-old Blythe Bonus of Alliance on Highway 2 Sunday afternoon. Bonus was ejected from her vehicle and pronounced deceased at the scene. McElroy was extricated from his vehicle and airlifted to Regional West with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. He's now facing charges of motor vehicle homicide, DUI third offense, driving under suspension, willful reckless driving, and possession of an open alcohol container. Well, a teenager facing 13 felonies for a shooting last year in Scottsbluff has lost an appeal to have his case transferred to juvenile court. In the appeal to the Nebraska Court of Appeals, 17-year-old Landon Horton of rural Scottsbluff alleges that the Scottsbluff County District Court abused its discretion denying his request. Horton was 16 at the time of the incident last August, involving two other suspects that left one person wounded when shots were fired at a group of people outside a West Overland residence. In the court's decision, they said, given the evidence in the case, public safety considerations, and what would be a short time under juvenile court supervision, the district court did not abuse its discretion. The decision means the district court case against Horton can now move forward on charges that include 1 count of attempted first-degree murder, 3 counts of use of a firearm to commit a felony, and 8 counts of terroristic threats. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back. An effort to advance a bill that would allow concealed carry of a handgun without a permit has died in the Nebraska legislature. Opponents of LB 773 filibustered the bill through much of the day Monday before a motion to end debate failed by just a couple of votes. Bayard Senator Steve Erdman said despite the rhetoric of opponents, the majority of Nebraskans supported the measure and it would not pose a threat to law enforcement.
The criminals do not get a permit to carry a handgun. They don't. So whether you have open carry, constitutional carry, conceal and carry is not going to make any difference to the criminals. So for the police to stand up and say we're going to be more in danger if you pass this is hogwash.
While the bill passed the first round with 35 votes, the vote to invoke cloture on second reading was 31 in favor, with 9 opposed and 9 abstaining. The issue may not be over for this year, as there are 2 initiative petitions addressing the subject in circulation for the November general election. Well, the Board of Trustees at Eastern Wyoming College has announced an unsuccessful search for the next president of Eastern Wyoming College. Following much deliberation and feedback from students, employees, and community members, the decision was made that none of the candidates aligned with the needs of the college at this time. The board will appoint an interim president while a new search is conducted with the appointment of a permanent president to begin on January 1st. And gas prices have come 10 cents down over the last few weeks to a new national average of $4.27 a gallon. Trilby Lundberg, publisher of the oil industry's Lundberg survey, says part of the reason is a lack of demand.
In March, when the seasonal demand is supposed to be taking off to celebrate spring, but instead, in the second half of March, gasoline demand was lower than in the first half of March.
Gas prices nationally are still $1.32 higher per gallon on average than 1 year ago. The average price of a gallon of regular unleaded in Nebraska is $3.78, down 4 cents from a week ago, according to AAA Nebraska. Well, coming up at the break, Bill Boyer says another cold, windy day in the mix for us tomorrow. He's got your midweek forecast right after this.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
I really like how our OB department takes our limited amount of doctors and turns it into a strength. Even though we only have a couple of people, you get to know them well over your entire pregnancy. We have 2 state-of-the-art labor rooms that are new with our last addition. We have a couple of very nice postpartum rooms also right here in the hospital, so they can get as much time with mom and baby as possible.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Delilah, a 1-year-old Mastiff mix who needs a great forever home. If you are in need of a big gal to follow you around and be your best friend, then you have to look no further than Delilah. She is a sweet girl with a huge heart. Her adoption cost is $250, and that includes all of her vaccinations, spay, and microchipping. Plus, whoever adopts Delilah will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling her right away.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, Riverside Discovery Center will host its annual Easter egg hunts this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alex Mason with the zoo says more than 10,000 eggs are being prepared for this year and says it will be a great time for all.
And there are 3 hunts each day, 11, 1, and 3. It's completely free for members. If you're not a member, it's a great way to get a membership because so much fun stuff is happening throughout the summer. But if you're not a member, that's okay. It's just regular admission, and you can have all 3 Easter egg hunts at the same time. We'll have our concession stand open. We're going to be having our AAZK chapter selling cotton candy for conservation. So it's a lot of fun stuff and fun activities. We'll have a scavenger hunt, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Participants are encouraged to arrive at least 30 minutes prior to your chosen start time to ensure you are in before it begins. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.